Hey guys, and welcome to a new news episode. First we're going to look at PvPoke here, who is listing all of the best Pokemon for the Premier Cup and the Master League, which has just started. We can see that some of the best Pokemon to use in the Premier Cup include Gyarados, Metagross, Togekiss, Dragonite, uh, Swampert, we have Magnezone here, and Garchomp. Then we have the best teams here with Gyarados, Metagross and Snorlax. We can see that in some of these teams Shadow Pokemon are very useful. We can see several teams with a Shadow Snorlax. But also this team doing very well is Shadow Metagross and Shadow Machamp with Togekiss. We can see that Togekiss is in most of these best teams, which is clearly a very strong Pokemon with that charm damage. And then in the Master League, we have still Dialga, Giratina Origin and Melmetal performing very well. We have Mewtwo, which is often used as a safe switch because it is doing a lot of damage. Even if it is resisted, the Psy Strikes are still going to chunk away a lot. We have Zekrom here, Groudon and Palkia. So the strongest teams, not surprising, have Dialga. In fact, all of these teams have a Dialga. It is clearly the strongest Pokemon to use in the Master League. We have Giratina Altered, which is actually really useful too. So we can see that most people will be using the Giratina Origin, for which we can get a good one now, by the way. It is a great opportunity to do some Giratina Origin raids and try to get a good one for the Master League. But Giratina Altered is performing really well too. And then Melmetal, not surprisingly, is in one of the top teams. And Mewtwo, because it is often used as a safe swap as well, it is in most of these strong teams too. And here we have one Rhyperior, and sometimes Rhyperior can really do a lot of damage to your opponent. We have a post here from GRE, and it's about the new Pokemon that are coming, coming to PvP I was going to say, but they could already be in PvP. This is the newly released Pokemon's final evolution, so we can see Mendibus, Crocodile and Bisharp. Now, the most interesting one is Mendibus. And as always, GR47 is making a very long post about this, and we're not going to go through every detail. But I want to go to the, the verdict here. There has truly been a lot of buzz on Mendibus coming to PvP, and now we see why. It should have an immediate impact on the Go Battle League Great League, and pretty much any Great League condensed Meta Cup. So for example the Flying Cup and the Halloween Cup that are both coming soon. So good is Mendy's combination of top tier bulk, fast charging, snarl and great charge moves that it can even stand tall in the Ultra League despite trailing most of its opponents by over 300 CP. He's basically stating that Mendibus will max out slightly below 2200 CP, which is definitely not handy because you want to have those Pokemon very close to 2500 CP to be the most efficient. But even despite maxing out lower compared to other Pokemon, it can still be very useful in the Ultra League. In terms of PvP, this is the one you want to grind for the most during the ongoing Red Rocket event. Hopefully we will get more ways to acquire them before too long. Good luck hatching, my friends. So notice that the Red Egg event, of course the Red Eggs will remain even after the event, and most likely the pool of Pokemon coming from the eggs is going to remain the same for several months, I would say. However, during this event, there are more rocket stops and there is 4 times more effectiveness on the eggs, which is making it much easier to try and get the red egg. So now is definitely a great moment to try and get some of these Pokemon. Other Pokemon that he's taking a look at include Crocodile and what else do we have? Bisharp. We're gonna go to the conclusions for these Pokemon. Crocodile will probably work in some limited Great League metas, but unfortunately I don't see much of a future for it in any leagues open. It is just too flimsy, it doesn't have enough bulk, and more unfortunately all hatched ones are too big for the Great League, so we will have to hope for a wild release down the line. Yeah, so he's stating here that if you hatch the pre-evolution of Crocodile and you evolve it all the way, then it will already be over 1500 CP, so there is no way at this moment to get a lower than level 20 Crocodile, and it's always going to be higher than 1500 CP and therefore impossible to use in the Great League. Surely in the future you will be able to use in the Great League, but as GRE is stating here, it is not going to be great, unfortunately. Bisharp then can run as a Dark Bug hybrid, a Dark with the potential to flip stuff with Focus Blast or as a trick play with Snarl powering up spammy Bug Charge move damage and Focus Blast home runs. This is one that will require special care and feeding and the right team to work, but I think it can work, especially in Great League. And with Bisharp it is possible to get a level 21 for the Great League, but it can only be done by trading. So it's basically stating here that because the IVs are higher from Hedge Pokemon, evolving it from level 20, even if it's 10-10-10, will still be slightly over 1500 and therefore not usable in the Great League. But if you trade it with someone and maybe you get like a 5-10-10 for example, then it might be possible to get it for the Great League. But again, both Crocodile and Bisharp do not look to be that strong, so unless you want to run something spicy, there's no need to power these up. Mendibus, however, is going to be very interesting for the Great League and even for the Ultra League, so I'm looking forward to Sims from PvPoke and to see how people are going to use Mendibus in their teams. We will also need to look at how well it's going to perform for the meta in the Halloween Cup, but also for the Flying Cup. Could make a big difference in the Flying Cup, who knows. We're gonna be keeping an eye on that. Then we have stickers here. These stickers can be obtained by defeating a Rocket Leader. We can see here how someone got the Arlo sticker, and apparently you can still get the egg, fortunately, so no worries there. Then we have a new update to the icon that displays whether you have a sticker attached to your gift. So normally you would have to click on the gift to know whether it has a sticker or not, but now it actually has a little icon, so you know that this gift will have a sticker attached to it. Then we have a long article here from Pokeminers, and I'm going to go through the most interesting things here. We're going to start off with Runerigas. Runarigus normal, Shadow and Purified forms have been added. Now if you are wondering what Pokemon this is, it is the evolution of the Galarian Yamask. So not the normal Yamask, but the Galarian Yamask, and it looks like this. So it's definitely a bit of an odd design. But we will see that one probably coming during Halloween, I would imagine. Last year the Unova version of Yamask was the new released Pokemon, and this time it's probably going to be the Galarian form of Yamask with its evolution. It's also stating something about its Shadow and Purified form. That does not mean that it's guaranteed to become a Shadow straight away, but it definitely seems that they're going to add that in the future. Sableye is also probably coming during Halloween with a costume. We have new moves here, Incinerate and Dark Void. And it's interesting to note that Dark Void is the signature move of Darkrai, so it being added right now just before Halloween definitely seems that during the Halloween event will we not only be seeing the new Runerigus and Halloween Sableye costume Pokemon, but also the Darkrai with its new Dark Void move. So what this would probably mean is that the current Darkrais that you have right now will not be able to learn Dark Void unless you use an Elite TM. But the new Darkrais coming to raids will all have Dark Void. Probably Dark Void is going to be a stronger move, so it will be interesting to see if that makes an improvement for Darkrai in the Master League, or if it would become an even better raid counter. Moving on, we have new quests. We saw hints of this before, but as they say in the release notes, there are going to be quests to do AR mapping. So AR mapping at the moment is a feature that is intended to make AR reality more realistic, and it can be done by trainers themselves by going to a Pokestop locations and then click on the AR mapping function. At the moment I don't think many people are using it because there's really not that much of a reward to it, so it makes sense that Niantic's now making quests to give us rewards for doing this, and therefore they can build their AR mapping while we get some rewards. New Halloween event boxes then, so more preparation for Halloween. We've got 3 boxes here. They've been given names, but those are not the official names. They definitely could function kind of the same way as the Adventure box and the Ultra box and the smaller box, but just with a nicer design. We have a sticker inventory that is coming soon. Gift sticker status. Got a new face slot, which will be used for mask. We have some avatar updates, some updates to the filter for the Pokemon storage search strings, event bonus box icons, we have friend list improvements, Go Battle League Pokemon rule views, which might have something to do with the Flying Cup, because at the moment we have the Premier Cups, for which it is rather easy to make a ban list. You just make a ban list and put all of the mythical and the legendary Pokemon there. However, for the Flying Cup, if you would make a ban list, it would be ridiculously long, as only the Pokemon which are Flying type are allowed, so all of the others aren't. So they're probably looking at a different way to set the rules for the Flying Cup. We have something about gym motivation, location permission instructions, download all asset updates, encounter summary screen, geofence additions, Titan updates, AR mapping directions, Niantic Real World Adventure Sync, POI edits, Misc Pokemon ball updates, we have possible telemetry updates, Firebase library updates, and OKHHTP and deep linking. So that is all of the information. As stated, I was only going to go to the most important stuff. I'm not going to read all of the details here. Then we have, according to Miss Knox, a bug that is fixed with the hatches. So as we all know, there was a glitch that when a Pokemon was hatching, that it would be listed in recent based on when the egg was picked up instead of when the egg was hatched. But now it seems to be fixed again, so all of your Pokemon that just hatched will be on top of your recent list. We have a post by Brownsvan here, who is stating that he feels like actively avoiding gifts and spinning to get a red egg. And the most interesting thing about this post is that it has 502 comments. So clearly many people are agreeing with this post, and it is about the new eggs and the way that you have to obtain them. Because remember, to get that red egg, you need to defeat a rocket leader and have an egg slot open. And that's the biggest problem, because you would have to plan out your journey very well to make sure that at precisely the right time you get 6 of those fragments for such a radar, have a team rocket leader near you, then hatch the egg, and then don't spin any of the Pokestops and battle him to get the red egg. There are so many things that could go wrong here that makes you miss the egg, which makes it a frustrating process. That's basically what most people here are agreeing with. Then we have a smart move here by PM Me Yourselfie. What he has done here is during the first week of the autumn event, okay, there was double effectiveness for the pineapple berries. So we knew that during that event, if you caught a Pokemon normally, you would get 3 candies. But if you caught a Pokemon with a pineapple, you would get the 12 candies because of the double effectiveness, right? So 12 instead of 6. What he has done though is he has given pineapple berries to Pokemon during that event, but he has not caught them. So the game has registered that Pokemon with the pineapple should get double effectiveness, but he hasn't caught it yet. Then, during the spotlight hour with double candy, he decided to catch it. So what's happening here is that the game decides like, okay, it is a spotlight hour, so instead of 3 it will be 6 candies. Then the game is like, oh, you have given it a pineapple, so it will be 12. And then the game is thinking like, oh, it has to be double effective, so it will become 24. So it's a very smart move by this person. Of course, it will only work on Pokemon that still have a pineapple berry from the autumn event. You cannot create such a situation now. Here are the stickers again. Sierra with a Cliff sticker, and Nicholas is incorrectly stating that leaders don't drop their own stickers, as people have reported that they do. We have a release notes here. Soon trainers will be able to receive new AR mapping field research tasks. Some of these things we have seen from Pokeminers already. The new Mask category, improvements to the Pokestop scan feature. A new model has been added to remind trainers on iOS 14 devices to toggle on the precise location feature to be able to play Pokemon Go. A sticker icon now for the friend list if your friend sent you a gift. The bug fixes then. Fixed an issue in which trainers were unable to switch Pokemon on the same turn that they used a fast attack in trainer battles. So this is very interesting for the Go Battle League. So as you might know, a while ago, Niantic made a change that made it more difficult for people to swap at the precise time that they want to make a swap. But now they have reverted this, they have fixed this problem Niantic. So now you are more able to swap precisely when you want to. And this has an impact on the... basically, this is very useful for experienced Go Battle League players who are able to count the fast moves and therefore swap precisely at the right moment when the opponent is throwing a charge move, so they can soak that charge move with a different Pokemon to which it will probably do not very effective damage. Then fixed an issue that caused the CP calculation for Mega Pokemon to be incorrect if the Pokemon was powered up prior to Mega Evolution. So as you know, there was a glitch that if you had a level 1 Pokemon that could be Mega Evolved, for example a Beedrill, and you would max that out just before evolving it, then not only would you get a boost from the Megas, from the Mega Evolution, but you would be getting a double boost because of all of the power-ups, which is obviously incorrect, and it led to some insanely high CP Pokemon. This way people were able to solo or duo raid bosses that really shouldn't have been possible. But this problem has been fixed now. Fixed an issue that caused the screen to snap while scrolling up and down the Pokemon storage. So scrolling down the Pokemon storage should be easier now. Fixed an issue that caused Pokemon to appear off screen after a trade. And then they're stating something about known issues and upcoming events. We're not going to go through that now. We have an interesting article here from Dekchu. It is about McDonald's in Japan is ending the sponsorship. It is coming from this article, for which I use the automated English translation. This is from Gamepedia Japan, and it's stating that on October 16th, Friday, McDonald's will end their sponsorship with Niantic, and therefore the next day already, on October 17th, all of the McDonald's gyms or stops will be disappearing in Pokemon Go in Japan. Now, if you happen to live in Japan, then and you are working on a golden gym badge for the McDonald's, then I would advise you to hurry up, or just seize the advert if you are not far enough. We have a Reddit post here by Snoozy Q, and he is stating all of the Pokemon that are not released yet from generations that are already in Pokemon Go. So we can see that from the Hoenn region, we only don't have Kecleon yet. From the Sinnoh region, we don't have some of the mythical Pokemon, Phione, Manaphy, Shaman and Arceus. From the Unova region, we are missing Munna and Musharna, Zorua and Zoroark, Vanillite, Vanillish and Vanillux, Frillis and Jellicent, Tynamo, Electric and Electros, Mienfoo and Mienshao, Druddigon, Larvesta and Volcarona, Keldeo and Melota. Then we have a top 20 bulkiest gym defenders at level 40, 30 and 20, initially after the 5 hours. Okay, so the way that gym defending works is that you put the Pokemon in gym and it will have a certain CP, and slowly as time goes by, this CP will decay, right? The CP will go down. However, this is different for certain CP ranges. So if you have a Pokemon that is below 1500 CP and a Pokemon higher than 1500 CP, let's take Blissey and Chansey. In one gym you put a Chansey with 1400 CP, I don't think it gets that high, let's take 1200. And in another gym a Blissey with 2700 CP, pretty much at the right time, at the same time, okay? Now you will see that at first the Blissey is obviously going to be a stronger CP. However, after 5 hours you will find that your Chansey will actually be the one which has a higher bar left, which has more CP at that moment. And that is because the Blissey CP will go down faster because of that higher CP. Everything higher than 1500 CP will decay faster in time. So what we can see here is that Chansey is a fantastic gym defender. Okay, at first, when the Pokemon is just placed, it will already be the second best Pokemon to place in the gym. But after a couple of hours, it will become the best Pokemon. Not only will it have the biggest CP, but at the same time it will take several attempts to take it out. You cannot take it out in one try, you would have to take it out in 2 tries still. While the Blissey is after 5 hours, you would only need 1 try to take it out. So definitely Chansey is a very strong Pokemon. And in regions where you can stay in gyms for longer than a couple of hours, Chansey is probably your best pick, while in the big cities you will still want to use Blissey if you can only stay in gyms for like 30 minutes. Finally, we have this article from the Sylph Road. Well, not article, but it's about the eggs. And I was hoping that they would give us new egg hatch chances to see which Pokemon are coming more often from the 12 kilometer range eggs. But we don't have any data yet, so we will have to wait with that. Maybe tomorrow. That's everything I want to share for today, and I will see you in the next episode.